Hello everybody. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make these screen shaders for the camera so you can have some nice effects. And in the last one I went through how to set up and use the one that Unity made, but now we're going to make them from scratch and I'm going to show how you can do this level. So if you notice, when I click play here, you see this white shading, white fading. And it's on the camera. So, and then when you run, you see also a material effect, also on the camera. The point is here, that's the kind of the main of the goal is that you will swap between these two materials. Because what you could do, you could stack them up. So if we look on this here, you see, here we have this run load level render feature, and this material is swapped, so we could actually just add another one here. And my point is, if you just need, I need another one when you're under the water, you add another one, or you need another one when you do blah blah blah. The point is, it's better to just have one here, because it do impact your performance to have materials on materials on materials. So on run, now, unfortunately, when we do this, so if we run now, you see run fast overview, and well, actually, maybe it do update. Now swap level was the active one. Now you see it, yeah, and now it's run fast. So this is what we're going to do, and yeah, you can have much more sexier shaders, of course. But let's start with this stuff. And we're going to start from an empty scene. Yeah, we can save it. So here we do have kind of nothing here. So the first thing we're going to make, create rendering. Then we're going to have this universal renderer. Perfect. So this is the data set, and this is the pipeline. We're not going to use the pipeline because we have one since before. I'm just going to swap the data set on the render pipeline. So if you go in here, I'm just going to add our data set here. So this means that now we have nothing here. So we could, if we add, now we added one. So first off, let's do the loading shader. It's going to be pretty easy. So we do create shader graph, and then we do URP, and here is the full screen shader graph. So this is going to be the load level. That's going to be sufficient. So this is the shader, and then we do material, and we just do like this. Actually, I'm going to do add the number on my tutorial. So it's, yeah, I want to keep track of it. So if we now, so we have this full screen color. If we add our new one here, now you see it's gray. So if we remove the feature, the effect we see, and now we don't see anything because this effect make it gray. And the reason is, if we open up the shader and we look inside of it, here you see the base color is gray. So if we just put the scene down here, we can take the game too. So you see it's just gray. So if we change this one, we can do red. If we save it, it should be red. And if we do less alpha and save it, yeah, it didn't work. We're not going to use alpha now, but we need to use URP sample buffer. And if we attach it like this and save it, oh no, we need to change it to Blitz source. Now you see, now you kind of sample the pixels and stuff, and all the samples and layers and stuff. So now you practically just do nothing with this. We're gonna make a really simple scene loader here. So we're gonna have the here we're gonna have a float. I'm gonna call it effect. And then I'm gonna make a color. So this is gonna be the default color that we're gonna have. I'm gonna make sure that the default color is white. So we just need a lerp. So the default is going to be the original render, and then we're going to have the color if we add the effect. So the effect is going to be a slider, so it's going to be between 0 and 1. And if we add here, so if effect is 0, we will see this one, and when effect is 1, we will see the color. So now if we save and we go out here, and now if we take the load level material, now you see we can load in like this. So we're going to do that in a script, so that's lovely. So we have the scene here again. We're just going to make a box, and this box is going to be our let's do 20 on it. This is the one that's going to make sure that we can kind of finish the level. Now I'm just going to have some kind of green on it. I have this transparent green on it. And then you see we have the box collider here. I'm going to make it a trigger like this. So we need a trigger on this box, right? We have the box a little bit away from the player, but when the player is entering the box, then we will reload this scene, which actually reminds me we need to go into build profile and here add open scenes. So click on the scene list, and here you see add open scenes. So here you see B_158. So that's the scene here, the current one, because we need to reload this one. And then I'm going to use the script that I already did and go through them. So we have here trigger load scene. So whenever this one is entered, then we will trigger load a new scene, which will be the same one. And then we're going to have a controller, and on this controller, empty game object. We're going to have the controller that do everything. And I'm going to go through all the script and stuff. So here you see the full screen pass feature that we already made. So we have it here. No, sorry, that's not what we should have. You open it up here. So first off, if we look on our URP dataset, this is the run load level that we want to fetch. So if we go to the controller, here we run load level fetch. That's what we want. Then we have the run material and the load material. And we have the run fast. But that's not the one we're going to use. We're going to use here the load level. So at the moment, we don't have made the run material yet. So, and let's see, character controller. So we're going to, so the character controller, that's what we need to fetch info about when we're running. But now we're just going to load the scene. So I'm going to skip that one for now. The run material, I'm going to leave it out for now. And level to load, it's going to be this one. That's going to be B_158. So that's our level. And these ones we're not going to use. So what happens in this script is that we have added this using Unity Engine Rendering Universal, which make us able to fetch the full screen pass feature. And the pass feature is this block here that we added. This is a feature. And this feature also have a material. We're going to add this material to that. And then we're going to load level. And in order to use load level, you need to have this scene management as well. So in the beginning, when we press play, we're going to make sure that the full screen pass feature material is load material. Then we're going to lerp from 0 and add delta time until it's 1. So it's going to go from 0 to 1. But we're going to inverse it because we're starting. So we're going to start from 1. And whenever the lerp value gets closer to 1, we actually just make it closer to 0. And then we can just make this one not working at the moment. So this start should just do the fading. And then when we do enter this trigger load scene, so on this box here, so we can have it trigger new load scene. So this one need to have the controller because this box is looking for this script. So this script here is this one, and it's actually just fetching this script here and then just load new level. Here in load new level, we are actually starting a coroutine. So you need to have this this one to make coroutines work. And then we just do this. Instead here, we start from 0 and go to 1. So you see here we have 1 and 1 negate, but here we just do from 0 to 1. And then we just level to load. So if we try it out, hopefully it works. It loads in and then we go in here. So this is lovely, it works. And now in the next tutorial, we're gonna make sure that when we are running, we get these speed lines. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next tutorial.